late summer, and I noticed the birds up in the breed in my garden. I was drinking my coffee and I looked over and I saw it. His beady little eyes looking at me, his snouty little nose and his tail. He looked right at me, as if to say, "Fudge you, man, I'm taking over this town." It was a dirty invader. That's right, a dirty, stinking rat. I saw him, I didn't think much of him. I went off to work. Then I thought about him that day and I was thinking, that little rat was in my house. Oh, he better not be there when I get home. But see, he was there. I got home from my niece's 21st birthday party and I was at the front door, taking off my shoes, and over near the barbecue I heard this scratching, snouty little noise. I looked and saw him again. The rat looked at me a second time, smiling, big grin on his face. He took off my shoe. You little, threw it at me. And then I let out a big, huge roar because I saw him again. Got my other shoe. Rah! The neighbours must have thought it was having a big party, cooking up a barbecue, but no, it was the rat. I didn't sleep much that night. Because at 4 in the morning I woke up to a scratching noise, gnawing in the roof. Now I didn't know if it was one rat, two rat, an infestation of rats. As far as I'm concerned, it was one rat too many. It was taking over my whole life. And it was playing Russian roulette, rat roulette with my health. So I got up that morning and I thought, how am I going to get rid of this rat? I Googled ways of getting rid of this problem. One idea of Google says to get some powder of, the rat would eat it and go outside and poison itself. But it'd take too long. My brother had this idea of a catch and smash. Catch the rat in its claws and then smashing its skull. Very unhumane way. But I had another idea of using a catch and release method. Catch the rat, take it away, and be done with it. And I couldn't figure out what to do. So I went to the monastery and asked, because a local Buddhist monastery, and asked, how can I get rid of this rat problem? And the head monk there said, well, you catch and release, catch the rat, take it 20 kilometers away, and let it go. Good karma for you. I thought that's an idea. But what if it's got babies? What if those rats have little kids? What about them? And I was blah, 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 trying to explain it to the head monk. 4 hours later, the head monk said, well, where do you draw the line? You're the human, you've got to look after yourself. Oh yeah, that's true. So I went to Mitre 10, went and looked for a trap that would be humane. Now this trap was a catch and release. You put the bait in and it would close on it and you take the trap away and release it somewhere else. And be compassionate about the whole idea. Good karma for yourself. But Google said, get the trap and set it and feed the rat for a while before he's long, he'll be comfortable, and then you can set it and it will trap him and you take him away. Well, hold on a minute. So it's just to feed this little blighter. Sardines, bread, bacon. I thought bacon would be nice. But that doesn't work. If the trap is set and the rat comes in and he takes the food, it's going to close and I've caught the rat and take it away. I don't need to coax him in and get him into the like the food and then occasionally he'll come in and then set it. That's just a waste of time. But I chose compassion over seeking to destroy, smashing his skull. What would you choose? Would you let your karma be guided in Mother Nature and look after your own well-being? Or will you just be non-thinking about it and let your rat be killed? I'll leave you with this quote from Westworld, one of the greatest TV series, where Maya says to Dolores, the reflection of her own thoughts. You know, people think they know what a tree is. She's reflecting on Mother Nature and and compassion in the world. They have no idea. What they see on the surface is only half the story. Underneath the ground, it's all connected and working together as one. There's violence and suffering everywhere in this world. And you can choose to focus on all of that, and that's all you'll see. But if you sit still long enough, you'll sense an ancient order, a deep peace. And that's what I choose to focus on. I choose to see the goodness in this world. So what would you do? Would you see the goodness of having compassion, not killing a sentient being, catch and release, or do you seek and destroy? What's the chair? Where's my shoes?